Ad Astra Sports Network. Broadcasting from the Ad Astra Radio studios, it's time for exclusive coverage of Buhler Crusader basketball, streaming online at adastraradio.com, on your smartphone with the Ad Astra Radio app, and on your smart speaker with TuneIn. Your home for Crusader sports, HKFM.
Supporters of high school sports, and of course we are proud to support our community any way we can. Good luck to all of our athletes this season. We hope you have a fun and memorable and most of all, healthy season. Be safe. Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the giant corner of Lorraine and 30th in Hutch, or online 24/7 at allensamuelshutch.com. Come by. Let's be friends.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Well, a pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sub-State Semifinal Basketball. Tonight, the top-seeded Buhler Crusaders host the fifth-seeded Nickerson Panthers, with the winner advancing on to the Sub-State Finals coming up on Friday. Tonight's broadcast, part of the Next Tech Wireless Road to a Championship, presented by Rise Up Reno. Find schedules and more online at adastraradio.com. Next Tech Wireless, because you're mobile and need to stay connected. Here in West, alongside Chris Shank and Carson Muller, courtside at Jim Baker Fieldhouse. Crusader basketball tonight, streaming on the Ad Astra Radio app and on the Crusader Sports Network. Buhler finished the regular season 14-5, earning the top seed in this 4A sub-state. They went 8-2 in the league season and split the league title with Augusta and McPherson. Last Thursday, Buhler with a 56-40 win, a second win this season over the Winfield Vikings. The Crusaders outscored the Vikes 17-6 at the free throw line and shot 45% from the field. Jack Vogt finished with 19 points and 6 rebounds. Max Alexander added 13 points and 9 boards. Buhler is now 11-2 this season when scoring 56 points or more. And Carson, I don't know anything necessarily spectacular about the game on Thursday, but always good to go and take care of business on the road. And Buhler playing well coming into the postseason. Talked about the 56 or more points and kind of being a sticking point. We have mentioned several times this year. We know, what Max and Jack for the most part are going to do, but just a good team effort Thursday. They're going to need more of that to be successful here in the postseason.
Yeah, for sure. And we talk about the team play that the Crusaders are having. You look back at last Thursday, and Max didn't have his best game. He was frustrated with some of the shots that he was taking. They weren't falling that normally do. And so when stuff like that happens, you look at the team and you're like, okay, well, we got to grow from here and be able to score and come through this game so we have that split league title, which was the goal of the Crusaders. So when they can find guys that will step up and score, like Jack Voth, who will have to take over if Max isn't able to do that. Isaiah Hernandez, Reed Scott, as of lately, has been down low in the post, and he's starting to get rewarded more and more for that. Skripsik had a couple of nice cuts, just mishandled the ball down low on an open layup. So the Crusaders looking very well headed into postseason.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we mentioned, Max and Jack, for the most part, have been so consistent this year. Max went through a stretch where he scored 30 or more points in 4 of 5 games, and both has been solid inside and out. I feel like, as it has been for most of the year going into the postseason, the key really, for me, centers around Hawkinson and Hernandez. Hawkinson, the vocal leader of this team, really can do so many different things. A good passer. Hernandez can be a dynamic scorer. He's played some great defense this year, and those two are locked in and contributing. This team is hard to beat.
Yeah, without a doubt. Having Hawkinson as that senior leader, we mentioned Reed and Hawkinson are kind of like the vocal leaders on the floor. They kind of give the Crusaders a sense of calm. If they're going through a fast break and not getting those fast points, Tayden will get the ball and he'll bring it down the court slowly, try to settle him in, get him through that offense, and then he also can set up it in the corner on the wing and be able to pop that shot and make it consistently. So great adage for the Crusaders to have Hawkinson. And then there can't be enough said about Isaiah Hernandez, both offensively and defensively. The kid's a player, and for the Crusaders to have a deep roster and such a good starting lineup is just unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like Buhler's low point of the year came when Hawkinson was out with a knee injury, and they've progressively gotten better since he came back. Well, the other side of the sub-state in MAC tonight has MAC, the 2 seed, hosting 3 seed Pratt. MAC at 10-10. Pratt at 7-12. I don't know that I would predict an upset there. I think most people think MAC will come through, especially in the Roundhouse. And that sets up MAC Buhler times 3. Both games have been close this year. Of course, Buhler missed a layup and 2 free throws, a chance to win the game in MAC. Can't look too far ahead, though. We've got to take care of business against a Nickerson team that I think is significantly improved from where they were earlier in the year. So first things first, got to take care of tonight. But you can't help but think just a little bit ahead to Friday.
Yeah, it's one of those things, us in the media, we can look ahead about that matchup, but definitely for Buhler tonight against Nickerson and for McPherson against Pratt, if either of those teams is looking too far ahead to a Friday night championship with who they want to play, they could stumble this evening. But, no, you talked about Nickerson has gotten better. You think back to when we saw these guys back on the 14th of January. They hadn't won a game at that point. After we played them the next night, they lost out at Hoisington. But then they went out to the St. John Midwinter Classic and won 2 out of the 3 games, finished runner-up, and really got some momentum because after that, they came back out of the tournament, beat Halstead, and then won a couple other games. And so this is a team that's gotten better from the time that we saw them. They've got some athletes. To me, the biggest thing for Nickerson is whether or not they play together more as a team.
Yeah, and you mentioned overlooking this team. Go back to that game that we played them earlier in the season. We were struggling for points. Jack Voth hit the first shot of the game, which was a 3 in the corner that put the Crusaders up. But then it was pretty much Nickerson. Crusaders had a couple sloppy turnovers, bringing the ball down the floor. And Nickerson playing at home, they showed up to play, and they really challenged the Crusaders in the first half, and it didn't look good going into halftime.
So it comes down, as it always does when you get to the end of the year in the postseason, it's all those little things that you do, limiting turnovers, taking good shots, playing solid defense, rebounding the basketball. And, if Buhler can get to the free throw line, they're really successful there. So the high percentage things that we talk about all the time, Buhler's got to do well here going forward. Not too many mulligans in the postseason.
Yeah, and you mentioned free throw shooting. I'm very passionate about it. I know, Aaron, you as a KU fan, KU won a national title because of a team's lack of ability to shoot free throws, in the postseason in basketball. If you are a team that is nails at the free throw line, that is such a huge advantage. And to me, that's one of the huge advantages that the Crusaders have going into the postseason, because there will be nights that shots are hard to come by. That's just the nature of basketball. But when you are so reliable at the free throw line, that gives you an added edge to where if you do have one of those off nights, you have an ability to still get to the line and score.
Well, I equate that free throw line to special teams in football. If you're bad on special teams, it's going to cost you a game somewhere that you probably shouldn't have lost.
You're exactly right. You think back, back to the girls. I think back to the double overtime loss down at Winfield. If the Lady Crusaders had a little bit more success at the free throw line, they would have won that game, and that's just proof positive that those free throws are ever so critical.
Well, tonight, Buhler hosts Nickerson in the sub-state semifinals. The Panthers defeated Ulysses in a play-in game on Saturday, 67-62. We talked about the rough start for Nickerson, 0-10, before winning their first game at the St. John Tournament on January 19th. They have won 4 of their last 9, and some changes in the lineup, and Coach Field has got them playing much better. We'll see how things go. Round 2 between Buhler and Nickerson here tonight. Crusader basketball brought to you in part by Fee Insurance, by Jackson Meat, by Dix Phillips 66, Sunflower Electric Supply, and by H&R Block. We're back with more of our pregame right after this on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier two-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today to learn more about what we have to offer. Visit hutchcc.edu/admissions for more information.
It's a great time to check out Nextech Wireless for your business. Spend a little time with our business team and get a tailor-made wireless plan that connects just how you need it to. Sign on and we'll set you up with great technology and coverage that's supported by the best service at the best price. Let our business group earn your business. We'll show you why we're something different. Nextech Wireless for Business. Kansans supporting Kansans. 785-621-5130.
Game day is a big deal in our house. We don't just go to watch and cheer, we live and breathe it. Our squad is full of passion, snacks, and spirit, and we needed a car that could do more than transport us. We needed to participate with us. Midway Motors helped us find the winning ride from pre-gaming to post-game celebrations and everything in between. Midway Motors, for every mile of life. Find your game day car at midwaymotors.com.
For over 100 years, the people around Reno County have sold their recyclable metals at Midwest Iron and Metal at the corner of Avenue G and Main in Hutch. Now, more than ever, recycling is critical to our world as we try to conserve valuable resources. The energy saved by recycling one aluminum can can equal the amount of energy it takes to run a TV set for 4 hours. So help the planet and help your pocketbook by recycling at Midwest Iron and Metal, open weekdays from 8 till 4:45 at Avenue G and Main in Hutchinson. Check out current prices at MidwestIronandMetal.com.
You're listening to the HCC pregame show. For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today. Online at hutchcc.edu.
Hi, this is Dr. Dal Hunt with Buhler Dental Care. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on 95.9 HKFM.
And our coverage tonight brought to you in part by the Mid-Kansas Credit Union, by Newfelt's Flooring, Hutchinson Community College, by First National Bank, and by Man Wyatt and Tanksley. Midway Motors, family owned and operated and dedicated to making our communities a better place to live. Visit one of their 6 locations throughout central Kansas. Midway Motors, for every mile of life. Well, Buhler and Nickerson met in Nickerson on January 14th. Buhler won that game 69-38. They were plus 18 from the free throw line. They hit 22 of 26 shots. They had 15 points off 23 Nickerson turnovers. Max Alexander finished with 23 points, and Jack Holt with 17. As you guys were talking about, that was kind of in Nickerson's 0 for stretch. They started 0 for 10. They were struggling. Game got a little chippy, if I remember, and I think Nickerson has made some changes and figured some things out since then, but you talked about the free throws, 22 of 26. That's going to win you a lot of ball games.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible, and hopefully if the Crusaders can get to the line that many times tonight, they're knocking down the free throws as well. And one of the other things, talking about this Nickerson team, you know, how many seniors they have. And that's something that when you get to this time of the year, you know, you just look out on the floor, guys. There are seniors for both these teams that for one of these teams, this is their last basketball game that a lot of them will ever play.
15.
And, yeah, so, I mean, you think about that motivation. I mean, it is that extra little bit when you know it's the end of the line potentially that you just fight, scratch and claw and try to keep and extend your season another game.
Yeah, how many teams you know have 15 seniors? That is crazy. That is their entire roster minus one guy. So,
yes.
Simon, I'm interested too. Here's a team with some size. They chucked a lot of threes though in the first matchup. Do they try and approach that a little differently tonight? Do they try and get them all inside? Certainly size-wise, you would think they would have the advantage, but not the first time around.
Yeah, definitely the first time. We saw a weird type of approach on the offensive end from the Panthers. As you mentioned, they put up a lot of three-point shots. They have the size, not really in the weight aspect, but just the size and length. And so it'll be interesting to see not only what they do on offense, what we do on offense, if we try a run-and-gun type offense and try to get those points off turnovers, points in transition, and then on the Nickerson side of things, if they try to turn this into a half-court game and work it around, try to tire our defense out, maybe get us in a zone, and then try to pound it inside. Our Crusaders are limited. Really, 3 big men have spent time, Skripsik, Voth, and then Scott. I wouldn't want to mess with Scott or any other Crusader bigs, but with the size that Nickerson has, they might try to keep pounding it inside.
Yeah, Nickerson, first 10 games of the year, 36 points a game, that 10-game losing streak. And they've won 5 of 10 since. They've switched around their starting lineup a little bit, and they've upped their point average by almost 11 points. And that is quite a big jump midway through the season to make that kind of a leap. And that tells me coaches, massaged some things, figured a few things out. And as I said, he's switched around the starting lineup a little bit. So.
Yeah, I mean, a huge part of coaching in any sport is just finding that right combination and the right combinations on the floor at certain times. And, Coach Fields obviously done a good job of improving his team as the year's gone on, and they're definitely trending in the right direction if you're a Panther fan.
Well, the Crusaders trying to get to back-to-back state tournaments. And 26 state tournament appearances all time. Those 7 state championships. But it's been a while. The last of those came in 1967.
Wow.
So it's been a couple days.
Yeah, been a minute.
But 26 appearances all time in the state tournament. Looking to make it 27. We've got a couple of big rivals coming up this week if they're going to make it. Nickerson tonight and potentially McPherson here in the Fieldhouse on Friday. Plenty more to come in our pregame tonight. Just about 12 minutes away from the tip of Buhler and Nickerson in the Sub-State semifinals. More after this on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
An alarming number of Kansas preteens admit to drinking alcohol in the last 2 weeks, which makes it urgent for caring adults to find every opportunity to talk to their kids about the dangers of underage drinking. Research shows when youth have multiple conversations with adults about avoiding alcohol and other drugs, they listen. Underage drinking lowers inhibition and increases the chance of risky, regrettable behaviors. Find tips on what to say at riseupreno.org or on Facebook at Rise Up Reno Prevention Network.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Hutchinson, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Sheila Metzger, agent at the Sheila Metzger Agency. Call me at 665-0400 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
Mid-Kansas Credit Union, serving Central Kansas from their locations in Moundridge and Buhler. Take control of your accounts and sign up for online banking at mkcu.com. with features like remote capture deposit and online bill pay. Member-owned and proudly supporting Crusader arts, athletics, and academics. Mid-Kansas Credit Union at 200 West 2nd in Buhler and in Moundridge. Member NCUA.
Hi, this is Cliff Ray with Ray & Sons Roofing Company, and today I brought our 4-year-old grandson, Brogan. Brogan, did you know Ray & Sons Roofing is 80 years old this year? Do you know what that means?
No, Papa.
It means we have a lot of experience. Brogan, did you know we have been the best of the best every year? You know what that means?
What, Papa?
People trust us, and that's a very good thing. For a free inspection or estimate, go to rayandsons.com.
Roof the right way, the right way.
This is the HCC pregame show. Founded in 1928, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier 2-year education institution in Kansas for more than 90 years. For more on what HCC has to offer, visit hutchcc.edu.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Our coverage tonight brought to you in part by Midwest Iron Metal, by Waypan Insurance, the Medicine Shop, by APAC Shears, and by Ray & Sons. Youth leadership, school-based mentoring, and community investment online at riseupreno.org. The Buhler girls hosted Ulysses in sub-state play Saturday, losing by a final score of 42-27. The Crusaders led only briefly in that game in the second quarter, 15-13. On a pair of free throws by Lauren Specht. Ulysses then outscored the Crusaders 22-18 in the second half. Emily Madison and Taryn Horning each had 9 points. Buhler finishes their year at 4-17. That was a tough loss to swallow, heartbreaker You saw the emotion of Emily Madison after the game, and just really feel that for the kids, not the way they wanted to go out. And sometimes everything just kind of stacks against you, and that's kind of what happened on Saturday.
Yeah, Ulysses had that 2-3 zone and really gummed up the interior, and the Crusaders, just the anomaly that I've talked to so many people about, the fact that we finished the game with just 1-2 in the entire game. I mean, you think about how many basketball games at every level you've watched. That was just kind of just a crazy statistic in that game. But, yeah, I mean, the ladies played hard till the end, and it was a fun group of young women to watch. But, yeah, tough way to end the year. But like we said earlier, there's only one team that gets to end this season with a win, and that's the
State that only scored 4 points in their game on Saturday, and so they couldn't have had more than 2 twos, right? A three and a free throw?
Yeah.
How many different ways can you get to 4 in a basketball game?
2 or 3?
Yeah.
3 or 4?
Not very many.
Yeah. Couple of technicals before the game, you never know.
Simone, I want to touch on wrestling briefly. Sam Elliott is, what an incredible dude. 42-0. First ever undefeated wrestler in school history. First 2-time back-to-back state champ. And for the 3rd time in 3 weeks, he defeats Samaje Alboyd to win the state title.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you look at Sam Elliott and what he's able to do. You look at him in football. He's all league, all state, and he plays linebacker. He's not a one-way player. And then, hey, guess what? I'm going to go wrestle now and not have a dead week, not have a period of really rest. And so he goes and wrestles, and he wrestles the coaches. He wrestles kids who come back because they know how good he is and how much they want him to get better. Jake Gearing pops off. He's a coach. He comes to mind. And so he had a 42-1 record, and Sam tied that this year at 42-0, actually. And so he put so much work in, and to see him succeed. And, guys, we talk about in basketball how tough it is to beat somebody 3 times. Sam beat the Alboyd, who he faced in the state title, 4 times this year, which is unbelievable, unheard of. And to be able to win like that, and then it's a little bit of gamesmanship, get a couple of stalling warnings because these kids know how good he is, and so they're like, well, I don't want to go up and face him. So when they get those, Sam smiles and super proud of the kid, super honored to have him as my classmate, and can't wait to see what he does on the baseball field.
Well, the word is that if Buhler gets to the sub-state final and beats Mac, that Chris Shank is going to wrestle Sam Elliott.
I tell you, he's one of those kids that I wouldn't want to. Yeah, you would not want to meet him in a dark alley. I mean, he just. But the neat thing about him, I mean, such a nice kid. You mentioned Carson. His work ethic is second to none. An all-around nice guy that just works hard, and somebody that. And the crazy thing is he did all this, Carson, as a junior. I mean, so that's the thing. He isn't even maybe at the pinnacle of his career. And, to be the first undefeated wrestler in school history, that's a huge accomplishment. I mean, that is something really to be proud of.
He's a humble dude, too. Not our only state champion. No. Sophomore Emily Schweizer, not to be outdone, goes 15-1 this year and wins the 235 weight class of Chapman on Friday. And just looking back at her 3 matches, none of them were close. She dominated.
Yeah, no, I remember at the beginning of the year there was a little bit of griping from our Crusader faithful because they knew how good she was, and the Coaches Association weren't able to rank her in their top 5 for her weight class. And so after that first week, I believe she was up in that top 3. And so it's amazing to see how well this Crusader wrestling program has nurtured that new girls side and that new addition here in these last 2 years. So to be able for her to just go out and kick butt repeatedly as well as she did, unbelievable, and super glad for her. And she's only a sophomore, so she has 2 more years of this. So we're going to watch her career for sure.
Yeah, good stuff. Good luck to our state bowling qualifiers, Mallory Cross, Adria Hewitt, and Trent Sheridan. They bowl Thursday at North Rock Lanes. Buhler wins tonight. If they win, we'll try and have those kids on our program on Friday. Of course, a busy night of basketball around the league. Other boys games tonight, Pratt at McPherson. The other side of our sub-state. Winner of this game plays the winner of that game on Friday. El Dorado at Augusta, Circle at Andale, Clearwater and Mulvane, Wellington at Rose Hill. Again, the winners of those games will play on Friday. Girls semifinals are tomorrow. And then we are super packed with action on the Ad Astra Sports Network tonight. Other games include the Kingman at Lions boys, Trinity Catholic at Sacred Heart girls, Inman at Mound Ridge girls, Sublette at Sterling girls, and El Saline at Hillsboro girls. And you can listen to all those if you want to. We'd love that. Check out our sports page at adastraradio.com to find out more. Buhler and Nickerson here in the Sub-State Semi coming up. Live tonight from Jim Baker Fieldhouse. More Crusader basketball next on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier two-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today to learn more about what we have to offer. Visit hutchcc.edu/admissions for more information.
Need a little morale pick-me-up in your office? Did you know updating your old fluorescent troppers with flat panel LEDs can boost employee morale and productivity? Sunflower Electric dividends. New flat panel LEDs give better lighting output using less wattage and lasting longer, which means savings for you. Call today at 620-662-0531 or stop by your local Sunflower Electric Supply in Hutchinson, Great Bend, or Liberal.
When you're running a business, you don't have time for internet that slows you down. IdeaTech is here to bring your business internet freedom. Freedom from high prices, freedom from slow service, and freedom from bad customer support. If you're ready to do business with a local company that cares about you, give IdeaTech a call at 620-543-5000 or visit ideatech.com and contact us through the Hook Me Up button on the homepage. Your internet freedom awaits.
The Hutchinson Medicine Shop is offering the antigen test for COVID-19. This test is designed for symptomatic patients and will show results in 15 minutes. No prescription or appointment is necessary, but call the shop for appropriate times. This is a self-administered mid-nasal test with rapid and accurate results. The test will be administered curbside. Call the Hutch Medicine Shop with any questions. The Medicine Shop in Midtown Hutchinson.
Coming up, more of the Next Tech Wireless Road to a Championship, presented by Rise Up Reno. Make the switch to Next Tech Wireless and get the unlimited data plan that best suits your needs, starting as low as $25 per line. Plans designed for you from Next Tech Wireless.
Hi, this is Dr. Dal Hunt with Buhler Dental Care. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on 95.9 HKFM.
And back here courtside at Buck Balzer Court inside Jim Baker Fieldhouse. Tonight we're talking about girls wrestling. I didn't want to mention that we're playing Nickerson tonight. Nickerson's Maddie Miller placed 5th at state over the weekend at 191. So congratulations to her. So fun to be able to celebrate these ladies in their own wrestling championships. And a lot of fantastic wrestlers having some success over the weekend. Let's meet tonight's HCU Investment and Insurance Services starting lineups. Located inside Heartland Credit Union at 23rd and Severance. Call Monty Cross at 669-0177. We'll get to those lineups. Buhler and Nickerson momentarily. Right now, here's tonight's national anthem. Good to have the Buhler High Pep Band back in the field house tonight under the direction of Miss Amy Krause with tonight's national anthem. The Nickerson Panthers out of the Central Kansas League through 21 games at 5-15, 2-8 in the league under head coach Curtis Field. They will start like this: a 6'2" senior, number 2, a transfer from Trinity Catholic, Philip Manga. A 5'8" senior, number 11, Rafe Tatro. A 5'10" junior, number 12, Carson Lynn. A 6'3" senior, number 23, Keaton Broomfield. And a 6'3" senior, number 33, Matt Crossman. Again for Nickerson: Manga, Tatro, Lynn, Broomfield, and Crossman. The Panthers, who average 41.5 points a game in their road blues, the gold and white trim, and the white lettering. For your state-ranked number 7, Buhler Crusaders out of the Art Valley Chisholm Trail through 19 games at 4-5. 60-year head coach Ryan Swanson looking for win number 78. At one guard, a 6-foot senior, number 1, Max Alexander. Max Alex averaging 25 points and 6 rebounds a game, 28.5 points in his last 6. Another guard, a 6-foot senior, number 13, Tayden Hawkinson. Tayden averaging 6 points and 3 rebounds a contest. A third guard, a 5'10" junior, number 14, Isaiah Hernandez. Zay at 7 points and 3 assists a game. He's averaging close to 9 points in his last 6. At forward, a 6'2" senior, number 10, Reed Scott, averaging 3 points, 4 boards a game. And a 6'4" sophomore at forward, number 34, Jack Both, averaging 13.5 points and 6 rebounds. Alexander, Scott, Hawkinson, Hernandez, and Both for the Crusaders will be in their home whites tonight, the maroon and black trim and the maroon lettering. And there is the whistle. We are underway, left to right. Nickerson with the ball. Crusader basketball here on KWHK Hutchinson and the Crusader Sports Network. Nickerson out high with it. Ray Tatro gets the start, launches a 3, left wing. Missed. Offensive board by the Panthers. Manga feeds it right corner, 3 on the way. And that rims long out of the hand of Carson Lynn. Nickerson, 4 of 18 from beyond the arc in that first meeting in January. Here's Both inside. Ooh. Reverse layup is good.
What a cut along the baseline. Both with some good speed right there.
And Buhler leading Nickerson 2-0, 7:19 to play in our first quarter. Here's Nickerson off a screen, right side, Tatro. Off to Manga, being guarded by Alexander. Phillip inside, lost the handle, out of bounds. It'll be a Panther turnover, and we'll go back the other way. Live tonight from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, where they're dedicated to finding you the make and model that best suits your lifestyle and budget. Online at AllenSamuelsHutch.com. Zay Hernandez. Off to Alexander, pull up, 10-footer left side, swish for Max Alexander. It's 4-0 Crusaders.
Great early start for the Crusaders.
Why don't you go out and try and guard that?
The Crusaders looking hot so far here early on.
Here's Manga with a 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, Reed Scott. Pulled down by Reeder. We'll go back the other way. Panthers cold to start the game from the field. 4-0 Buhler. Alexander, one hand in the lane, and a whistle and a foul call as Jack Both was slicing to the right side of the basket, and they will get that on Broomfield.
Yeah, swing at the ball and just pop Both on the top of the head, so a very easy call for the officials.
So the foul on Broomfield will be his first, team foul number 1. Here's Jack Both at the line, and a first free throw in and out, no good. 65% on the year. Chris talked about this team that shoots nearly 80% as a group on the season. Second for the sophomore is perfect. So 3 early points for Jack. And Buhler leads at 5-0. 6:24 to play first quarter. Panthers left to right across the timeline. Buhler in their man defense. It'll be Carson Lynn at the point. Lynn dumps it off, far side circle to Crossman. Up top, Manga for 3. Missed, back iron. Rebound to Max Alexander. Max the other way. And dribbling through traffic into the lane. Dumps it off, Hawkinson underneath. Rifles a pass to Hernandez. Underneath, Scott off the glass and good. So unselfish for Isaiah Hernandez. And a timeout, Nickerson. 7-0 start for the Crusaders. 5:54 to play in the first. Back after this, Crusader basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Your experts in design and installation of carpet, tile, wood, and vinyl floor covering. Proudly sponsoring Buhler High School activities, Newfeld's Flooring in downtown Buhler.
From their beginnings in 1989, Wifco Steel Products has grown to be the premier supplier of storage tank hardware in the U.S. and Canada, and they're still growing. Apply today at WIFCOSP.com. Wifco Steel Products, the experts in steel fabrication.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Well, we talk all the time, fellas, about needing to get off to a good start for the Crusaders. So far, so good. Nickerson, they've got to settle in and find the basket.
Yeah, Nickerson has yet to make a field goal and already has a couple turnovers.
Now the ball stolen away. Long pass up the floor, and Buhler's going to give it right back. Pass too long. Intended for Taden Hawkinson.
It's the first turnover this evening on the Crusaders.
7-0 start after that assist from Hawkinson, or check that from Hernandez to Scott to make it 7-0. Manga met up top by Max Alexander. Far side circle, Carson Lynn. Off to Crossman. They'll dump it into Manga. Turn around in the mid lane, and that'll be Nickerson's first bucket. Well, Manga is an athletic senior. Can score inside out. He's a tough guard. Here's Vogt the other way. Shot blocked by Broomfield. Rebound Crusaders, and then a whistle. What do we got?
A foul on the Crusaders. They're going to get Reed Scott. So he didn't have position that time as he tried to board it.
So a foul on Reed Scott will be his first, team foul number 1. It'll be Nickerson ball. Panthers broke the scoring drought to start the game. 7-2 now. That's 7-0 run by the Crusaders. Here is Tatro. Slides it far side, Broomfield. Back up top, Tatro being shadowed by Hernandez to the far side circle. Deep into Broomfield. Pass too long. And a third Panther turnover.
Yeah, Matt Crossman just tried to dump it down low inside of Broomfield, but misjudged which way he was cutting, so the ball just sailed across the baseline, out of bounds for the turnover.
So Buhler the other way. Simo, I've learned this year whoever they put Hernandez on is probably deemed their best shooter.
Yeah, for sure. Isaiah, one of the better defensemen for the Crusaders, and there's his shot.
Hawkinson saves it into both. And a tough shot in traffic, missed, but a foul.
Well, Jack Vogt so strong inside as he was just getting mauled there as he went up, but was able to continue and get the foul.
That was a great save in the corner, too, by Hawkinson, as the foul on Crossman will be his first, team second. Jack back at the line, free throw good. Substitutions. Typically the first two off the bench. Keller, the 6-foot junior, and Braden Skripczyk, the 6'3 senior. Scott and Hawkinson will go out. Second at the stripe for Vogt is short. And a rebound inside for Matt Crossman. 8-2 Buhler. Crusaders lead by 6. They've been up as many as 7 here in the first period. And wow, what a save. As Aiden Garcia now in the game fell down. And they passed it to him. Otis Tukas saved the ball out to the corner, and a 3 by Carson Lynn.
Carson Lynn makes the first tray of this evening's game.
Cuts the lead in half, 8-5, 4 minutes to go. Zay Hernandez, right corner, 3 rims long. Rebound tapped into the corner. Jack Vogt saves it. Up top to Keller, now back to Hernandez.
Now the Crusaders can settle back down and run through their offense here in the half court.
Nickerson's been pretty content so far to launch threes. They've made just one. Here's Max. Up top, Keller, near side, Vogt. Jack driving through traffic over Broomfield. Missed the shot, but a foul. Mr. Vogt motivated tonight to go to the well. And he just drew a second foul on Keaton Broomfield.
And that is huge because Broomfield, one of the leading scorers for Nickerson when we saw him back in January.
Yeah, he had 12 points against the Crusaders. As Vogt knocks down the first free throw, already his 5th try of the game. So Broomfield out and replaced by Colton Fast, a 6'4 senior. Philip Manga also returning for Nickerson, replacing Rafe Tatro. And Jack Vogt knocks 2 down. 7 points in the first quarter. Jack has 7 of Buhler's 10. And the Crusaders lead by 5. 3:29 to play in the first. Here is Crossman on the drive against Voth. Shoots over Jack. Right baseline, shot missed. Ball out of bounds, and they're going to say it went off Nickerson. Last touched by Colton Fast.
Great post defensive effort there inside for Jack Voth as he just made Crossman have to fire over the top of him.
Update you on other scores tonight in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. As the Crusaders have a 10-5 lead over the Panthers here. And Max Alexander has the ball knocked away by Manga out of bounds. It'll stay with Nickerson, and Zay Hernandez comes up limping. Something that happened away from the ball.
That's not good to see. As you guys know, ankle injuries are no picnic.
Isaiah out, replaced by Taden Hawkinson. Skripczyk will get the ball inbounds and give it off to Max. Max up near the timeline, driving with the right hand, goes all the way inside, and they're going to call a blocking foul. Crossman tried to set up for the charge inside, but the official underneath says he didn't have his feet set, so that'll be a second foul on Matt Crossman. It'll put Max Alexander at the line where he shoots close to 86% on the year.
So the two main rim protectors for Nickerson now saddled with 2 fouls.
First free throw for Max Alex is good. And for the Panthers, Braden Miller is 6'2" senior. And Crossman goes out with those 2 fouls. I like the aggression by Buhler, taking it right to the hole early. Forcing the issue inside. Second free throw for Max. He got them both. He's got 4 early points. Here's Reed Scott in. And Jack Voth out. 12-5 our score. Buhler matches its largest lead of the first quarter by 7. 2:56 to play in the first quarter. Manga takes the point across the timeline over to the far side circle. Off to Carson Lynn. Lynn slides it near side circle to Miller. Back up top near the timeline to Manga. Manga drives around Max into the lane. In the corner, the kick, and the 3 is good for Carson Lynn, his second tray. And it's a 2, make it a 3-point game, 12-8.
So Nickerson not going quietly here. They were down 7-0. What a pass off the foot there by Alexander.
I can't count. It's actually a 4-point game, but who's counting? Apparently not me. Buhler ball. Still with a 4-point lead. Crusaders have not trailed. Aiden Hawkinson's got it up near the timeline. 2:05 to go in the quarter. Buhler playing offensively here in this first half to our left as we watch the game. And Max Alexander gets into the body of Philip Manga. And that'll be a whistle and a foul on Manga. That'll be his first and the team's fourth as Grant Ricker and Jack Voth are in for Buhler. Ricker, his first action tonight, the 6-foot sophomore. Skripczyk and Keller go out. And it looks like Doc Lackey is retaping the ankle of Isaiah Hernandez down at the end of the bench.
We'll hope Isaiah is ready to go here in a bit. You mentioned Rickard checking in. He's kind of a defensive specialist for the Crusaders.
Pull up in the lane, missed by Alexander. And a rebound for the Panthers. Here comes Manga. Pull up 3 up top, short. Nickerson pulled down by Aiden Garcia, then a whistle and a foul call.
I think Reed Scott just picked up his second foul. And so he has both of the fouls for the Crusaders tonight.
Ray Tatro set to return. Garcia goes out, and that second foul on Reed gets Braden Skripczyk right back in the game.
So I doubt we'll see Reed the rest of the first quarter. If he was playing for Bruce Weber, we wouldn't see him the rest of the half.
Manga tied up and a block by Alexander, though Manga gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in, and it's a 2-point game, 12-10. 1:30 left in the quarter. Hawkinson rifles a pass to the corner to Ricker, missed the shot, rebound out of bounds. Boy, it sure looked like that went off Nickerson. And there you're going to say it's Panther ball, though.
Yeah, Skripczyk was tangled up underneath the bucket with Colton Fast, and say it went off the fingertips of Braden.
5-0 run here by Nickerson. They could tie or take the lead here, down 2. 1:13 to play in the quarter. And out front with it is Lynn. He has both trays for the Panthers here in this.
Great hustle by Ricker.
What a great steal and takeaway by Ricker. Saves it to Skripczyk, and a 4th Panther turnover. You mentioned him as a defensive specialist. What a play there by Ricker. Here is Buhler the other way. Hawkinson, left side circle, baseline to Voth. Jack driving underneath and stepped out of bounds. But I think he knew he was going out of bounds. He tried to throw it off the leg of Philip Manga, but official calls it off. Buhler out of bounds, second Crusader turnover.
And Nickerson right now with a chance to tie this thing or take the lead going into the quarter break.
And Hernandez with that ankle tape appears to be okay. As Manga up top and a reach-in foul on Max Alexander.
And that was kind of one of those situations where Manga just dribble penetrated on Alexander and got some contact with Max. Max didn't have his feet set, so the foul goes against the senior.
12-10 our score. A 2-point game, 32 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Manga on a drive. Kicks to Braden Miller, back to Manga right side. Manga cut off on the baseline by Voth. Plays it in to Miller up top. A three to take the lead is good by Colton Fast. And Nickerson up 13-12 on an 8-0 run. 11 seconds to go in the quarter. Alexander the other way, inside with a left. Off the iron, missed. Rebound tapped loose on the deck. Nearly saved by Skripczyk. But they're going to call it off Nickerson. Earlier I thought a ball was off Nickerson that they didn't call it out. Now I think that one off Skripczyk, but I guess all evens out in the end, huh?
Yep, all's fair in love and war.
Here's Max, launches a three at the buzzer, missed, and that'll get us to the end of the first. Well, a great start for the Crusaders, jumped out to that 7-0 start, with 3 triples since for Nickerson. The Panthers on an 8-0 run, lead by 1 after 1, 13-12. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Strikes your home or business, call your hometown team. Call Phoenix Restoration. Hi, this is Robin Swanson. My husband Ryan and I and our team at Phoenix Restoration are proud to be Reno County's only locally owned fire and water restoration company. When the unthinkable hits your home or business, we are here to help. We'll put our 10+ years of experience to work to help you recover. Check us out at phoenixrestorationandroofing.com. Phoenix Restoration will help you rise again after your disaster.
Did you know that the evaporated salt produced at your local Cargill salt facility is among the purest of all salts? Cargill Salt of Hutch is proud to support the schools of Reno County. Collaborate, create, succeed. Cargill Salt of Hutchinson.
Are you tired of your dusty or muddy driveway? APAC Kansas Shears Division is here to help. This is Derek Fees. Call us and ask us about our asphalt millings. If you are a do-it-yourselfer, arrange for pickup or delivery at your convenience. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Our coverage tonight, part of the Next Tech Wireless Road to a Championship, presented by Rise Up Reno Prevention Network. Learn more online at adastraradio.com. Click on sports. Nickerson ball, or Nickerson up 1. Buhler ball to start the second quarter, 13-12. Here's Grant Ricker. And they're going to call Ricker for traveling, a third Buhler turnover. And Zay Hernandez, taped ankle and a different fluorescent pair of shoes later. He's back in the game.
Yeah, his cotton candy shoes are no more.
What do you call those?
There's even more color on these.
It's neon night.
Three, good by Carson Lynn. He's got 3 trays in the first half, and Nickerson leads by 4, 16-12, 7:22 to play in the first. Now both rejected inside, and they call the ball out of bounds off of the Panthers.
I was going to say, Carson, you need to tell your cousin Carson Lynn to lay off the threes here.
It is a 12-0 Nickerson run. Voth inside, missed the bunny with the right hand. Rebound Manga. Manga the other way, dribbling through traffic, picked up by Hawkinson. Spins it off in the corner to Colton Fast. Lynn up top, ball knocked away, and tried to save it in backcourt. It's going to be an over and back on the Panthers.
5th turnover tonight on Nickerson. So if you're Buhler right here, what you've got to do is just settle in and play some ball. Nickerson, with all the momentum in the world, we talk about all the time in the postseason, they have nothing to lose at this point. We're in the play-in game in this sub-state, so they're playing with a lot of energy tonight, this evening in Buhler.
Hawkinson with it, off to Voth, works it in the left corner. Back up top, Tatum, far side, Hernandez. Out front, Jack Voth wants to drive again. Off the window and good. What a strong take over the body of Colton Fast.
Well, when the shots aren't dropping, taking it in strong like Jack Voth did, right there is just what the doctor ordered.
Well, that ends a 12-0 Nickerson run, lead to 2. 6:29 to go in the half. 16-14 Panthers. Braden Miller plays it out high to Carson Lynn with the left hand. Back to Miller. Off to Manga. Peter settles into their man defense. Manga, 3 over Hawkinson, missed. Strong, rebound in the lane. Pulled down by Fast. 3 missed by Lynn. Rebound loose on the deck and picked up by Max Alexander. Here comes Max the other way. Inside, slides it left corner. Tatum for 3. Yes!
We've talked about a lot of times this season, Aaron. Tatum, a big key to success for Buhler. When he scores, our path to victory gets a lot wider.
Buhler up 1, a 5-0 Crusader run. 17-16 and 5:38 to play in this first half. Nickerson in their half court. Turnaround shot right baseline. Missed by Colton Fast. Rebound Buhler. Crusaders the other way. Hawkinson wants another. He'll make another!
What a great unselfish pass made by Alexander. The whole world was collapsing around him. He kicks to the corner and Tatum drains one from the exact same spot he did a moment ago.
It's an 8-0 run. A pair of triples from Tatum Hawkinson. Nickerson trying to answer back with Manga. Turnaround in the lane. Off the window. Missed. Boy, isn't momentum a fickle thing?
Yes.
Comes and goes so quickly. Boy, nice pass inside. Layup missed, though, by Braden Skripczyk. Rebound Nickerson.
And some of the Crusader fans wanted a goaltending, and they probably had a pretty good argument there. As looked like one of the Panthers had a hand in the net.
There's Manga with a hard take inside, ball knocked out of bounds. And a whistle and a foul call. That'll go against Tatum Hawkinson. It'll be the seniors first. As Reed Scott returns for Buhler. Tegan Tustin, the senior guard off the bench, also in. Substitutions for Nickerson. Aiden Garcia returns. And Connor DeMar. By Isaiah Hernandez on the inbound. Saves it to Hawkinson. Back to Hernandez. Layup good. And the run now 10-0. It's 22-16.
And a great transition run out that time, predicated by the steal by Hernandez.
Buhler has stretched their lead to 6 on a 10-0 run. Shot wouldn't fall inside Garcia. Point blank range. Missed it. Rebound Crusaders. Hernandez the other way. Off to Voth. Jack driving into the lane. Dishes off to Scott. Slings it left corner to Hawkinson. He'll try a 3. Off the second corner. On fire.
Instant offense. Just add water. What a screen, too, set by Reed Scott to help free him up.
His fingertips are smoldering as we go to the break. 25-16. Wow. Crusader basketball on HKFM of the Crusader Sports Network.
To a new season with Hutchrec Youth Sports. Registration is going on now through March 12th for spring volleyball and soccer leagues. Volleyball leagues are available for 1st through 6th graders, while soccer leagues are available for 3 to 10-year-olds. Games are played on Saturdays in April and May. Register for Hutchrec spring volleyball and soccer online at hutchrec.com or in person at Hutchrec downtown at 17 East 1st, now through March 12th.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Coverage tonight brought to you in part by the Rise Up Reno Prevention Network, by the Prairie Bank of Kansas, by Whitco Steel Products, by Erickson Custom Building, and by HCU Investment and Insurance Services. Here's Manga. Nickerson went on that 12-0 run earlier. His Manga is going to be called for a push-off in the lane. It'll be the second on Philip Manga. And
starters with 2 apiece.
Alexander returns. And a touchdown out for Buhler. Carson Lynn back on the floor for Nickerson. Peter on a 13-0 run with the ball, up by 9. 3:32 to play in the second. Inside Voth. Shot missed, but a foul. And that'll be Austin Bell, the 6'2 senior.
Well, that is
his first.
Such an asset for the Crusaders, both ability and strength inside, and his relentlessness just attacking the rim.
And Jack Both, who has lived at the line here in the first half. This is his 4th trip already, and he knocks down the first. Buhler in the bonus now with 17 fouls on Nickerson. 28 left in the half. Second free throw by Jack is up and good.
Well, there's at least 5 of Nickerson's fouls that have been called because of Jack Both getting to the rim. So that is such a huge benefit for the Crusaders to get the Panthers in foul trouble like that.
So Buhler stretches the run to 15 points, up double digits for the first time. 3:32 to go in the half, 27-16. Panthers now need a bucket in the worst way. Here's Crossman, who's back in the game. 15-foot shot left side missed. Rebound Buhler, Max Alexander speeding up the floor to Keller. Hayden Keller up top, Hawkinson. Off to Voth. Jack working it right side, drives inside, tied up, and they will call the jump ball. The arrow will give the ball to Nickerson. But a 15-0 run came out of nowhere. Taden Hawkinson, might want to touch him before baseball practice tomorrow, pal.
Probably.
Maybe everything turns to gold. Here is Nickerson with it. Of course, Taden, his coach, hoping that he doesn't make it to baseball practice for a few more days. And here's Crossman. Nice defense underneath by Jack Voth. Got himself tangled up on the low post and called for the travel.
Well, it was a great play made underneath by Jack Voth as he was bodying up on him and then kind of pulled back, as the old saying, pulled the chair out, and Crossman leaning gets called for the travel.
Hawkinson off to Alexander. Max up top, now right side. Hawkinson, 3, in and out and back in. He can't miss. 4 triples in the second quarter.
Well, I tell you what a great shooting quarter for Taden Hawkinson.
Lead now an 18-0 run, and finally a score inside. Was that to Tatro?
Yes, sir.
That's the lead. Stops the run with a layup with the right hand. Hawkinson the other way, trying to feed it into Skripczyk, poked out of bounds by the Panthers. Returning for Nickerson here, Filamenga and Keaton Broomfield. Hernandez for Buhler will replace Hayden Keller. It is 32-18. The lead is 12. 1:51 to go in the half.
Well, Coach Field kind of rolling the dice with the big Buhler run. He's going to put some of those starters back on the floor with 2 fouls, tried to get into the half with just those 2.
Isaiah Hernandez for 3, missed. Rebound Filamenga. Not sure he likes those shoes. Up top, Manga. He needs the cotton candy ones back.
Yes.
Rebound. What a pass. Hernandez to Hawkinson. Layup good.
Taden continues to have a monster night. He's going to have a career high, no doubt, this evening.
He's now at 11. And now a
steal by Hawkinson.
32-18. 3 by Taden, missed. Big board inside by Skripczyk, tied up, but Buhler will keep the ball on the alternate possession arrow with 1:13 left in the quarter. Hawkinson's career high came back in January against Winfield with 16 points.
I'm pretty confident he's going to get that tonight.
He's got 14 here in the first half. 1:11 to play. Hernandez, another 3 try. This one in and out, no good. Boy, Zay just got to keep shooting.
Yep, that one was so close.
Rebound Nickerson. Well, if you're the Panthers, who do you look to settle this now? Is it Manga? Is it Lynn? There's the ball poked away underneath.
Well, Carson Lynn has been their outside shooting guy. You know, if you want to get to the rim, you know, Manga's a guy that's got enough strength and height to take it in strong. You know, if I was Nickerson, I would try to have Manga just attack the rim and try to get Buhler in some more foul trouble. Try to get that 3rd foul on Scott.
Don't you feel like Nickerson's allowed Buhler to speed him up? And there's a shot inside, good by Rafe Tatro. So Tatro, with the last 2 buckets for Nickerson, makes it 32-20. Lead down to 12, 38 seconds to go in the quarter. Jack Voth will try a 3, that missed. And a rebound inside for Broomfield. Nickerson the other way, left to right. Inside, a hard take by Manga. Count the shot and the foul. So if you're Nickerson, after that 18-0 run, if you can get it to double or single digits going into the locker room, that's got to be a huge win.
Yeah, you got to feel better. If they can make a free throw here, they'll at least score 10 points here in the second quarter.
Manga's got 6 now.
Well, I remember watching Philip Manga years ago when he was playing at Trinity Catholic, and he's a guy that can get to the rim and just start piling up fouls on the other team if he starts just attacking.
Braden Miller and Colton Fast return for Nickerson as Crossman and Broomfield will go out. Philip Manga, Nickerson's first free throw try of the night, missed. And a rebound for Buhler, 23 seconds. Out of the half. Up 10, 32-22. They've led by as many as 14 in the second quarter. Nickerson briefly led in this first half. 2 seconds left, both inside. What a take off the left baseline. That's just strength. What a take by Voth, who scores the bucket right at the buzzer to end the first half. That is just, well, as athletic as all get out, but the strength of Jack Voth.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but you're talking about not wanting to wrestle Sam Elliott. I know I wouldn't want to be stepping in front of Jack Voth trying to stop him on a drive.
All right, what a first half here tonight. 34-22, Buhler by 12. Coming up in our Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report tonight, we'll talk Buhler wrestling, as we'll hear from both Sam Elliott and Emily Schweizer coming up. And we'll recap the first half scoring of Buhler and Nickerson. Part of our Next Tech Wireless Road to a Championship, presented by Rise Up Reno. Crusader basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports.
To exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM. Stay tuned for tonight's Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report. Prairie Bank of Kansas, serving Central Kansas since 1886.
As your community bank, Prairie Bank of Kansas is always looking for ways to make banking more convenient, like e-statements. Eliminate the need to file your monthly statements. Now you can be notified the moment your statement is available and easily access it online. Sign up for e-statements online at prairiebankks.com or visit one of our locations in Stafford, Buhler, Inman, or Hutchinson. Prairie Bank of Kansas. How banking should be.
Do you bleed maroon and white? Do you want to help the students of BHS in their extracurricular activities? The Buhler High Booster Club helps support hundreds of students each year. To join, stop by the Buhler Closet at any home game or email BuhlerBoosterClub@gmail.com.
1947. It was the year the McKenzie Paint and Body Shop opened for business. That's over 70 years they've been serving the mid-Kansas area with quality workmanship, excellent refinishing, paint, and restoration. McKenzie Paint and Body Shop specializes in foreign and domestic vehicles. Insurance claims are welcome and 24-hour towing and recovery service is available. At McKenzie Paint and Body Shop, they take the dents out of accidents. Just over the bridge at 45 Kansas Avenue in South Hutchinson.
And welcome back here at halftime. Tonight's Sub-State play, part of our Next Tech Wireless Road to a Championship, presented by Rise Up Reno Prevention Network. Find schedules and streaming audio on the sports page at adastraradio.com. Buhler's Emily Schweizer brought home the school's first ever state title in girls wrestling Friday. Emily won the 235-pound weight class at the Division II State Wrestling Championships in Salina. The sophomore pinned Chapman's Chelsea Armbruster in the second period to win the championship match. Our Tyler Adams had a chance to catch up with Schweizer following Friday's competition.
So I'm back with Emily Schweizer like last week. Emily, you made it state, but you got the job done, and you won state, the first ever female state champion as a wrestler in Buhler history. How does it feel to accomplish that feat?
It's an amazing feeling. It's definitely a huge honor, and I'm just so happy that I was able to accomplish so much.
And so next year, like Sam, you obviously have a chance to repeat your state title, and you're only a sophomore. What are you most looking forward to for next year?
Definitely the competition that it'll bring me, because it's more, like there'll be more girls next year, and it's not as new, so I think there'll be good competition, and I'm looking forward to that.
her season with a 15-1 record. On Saturday in Salina, Sam Elliott capped off an undefeated season by earning his second consecutive state title in the Class 4A Boys State Wrestling Tournament. Elliott earned a 10-4 decision in the 160-pound championship match over Larned's Samaje Alboyd. Alboyd proved to be the Buhler standout's most challenging opponent this season. The two faced off 4 times, including 3 times in the past 3 weeks. Following Saturday's repeat, our Tyler Adams caught up with Elliott.
With Sam Elliott, it feels like any type of season we're in, we're always with you. So, Sam, you won state again, of course, 42-0. How was the state tournament different compared to other years?
It was just different because it was a longer day. You know, instead of having to wrestle 3 matches and then hopefully get a break until the next day to only wrestle 1, I mean, you just have to be prepared that entire day. It's great because you only had to make weight 1 time instead of twice, but I mean, it was pretty cool just to get it over with in 1 day, but I definitely like having the 2-day.
How does it feel repeating, being the first ever repeat champion in Buhler history?
I mean, it feels cool because that was the goal that I was shooting for this year, and being undefeated and repeating was my 2 goals that I had this year, so I mean, it felt great to do it again and just have everybody support me through it.
After winning last year's Class 4A state championship at 152 pounds, Elliott moved up a weight class this year. The junior also earned victories at state in the opening round and semifinals, both by fall, and finished the year undefeated at 42-0. Elliott becomes the first 2-time state champion and first undefeated wrestler in the history of the Buhler program. Best of luck to our Buhler bowlers coming up this week. Trent Sheridan, Adria Hewitt, and Mallory Cross will compete at state bowling coming up in Wichita Thursday at North Rock Lanes. More of our halftime coming up right after this.
At Adams Brown, we go above and beyond to help our clients. Hi, this is Brett Henry. We love to show how our team can help your business. Stop by our Hutch location at CPA.com. Adams Brown, Strategic Allies and CPAs. Above and beyond.
Is it time for a fundraiser? As you consider the best way to raise dollars for your organization, think of Yoder Meats. Our snack stick fundraiser is easy to manage and low cost to get started. Yoder Meats snack sticks are shelf stable, come in 12 different delicious flavors, and provide a great return. Give us a call at 620-465-3807 or email snacksticks@yodermeatsks.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for the latest information and updates on our weekend specials. Taste the old-fashioned flavor at Yoder Meats in Yoder and 3 locations in Wichita.
An alarming number of Kansas preteens admit to drinking alcohol in the last 2 weeks, which makes it urgent for caring adults to find every opportunity to talk to their kids about the dangers of underage drinking. Research shows when youth have multiple conversations with adults about avoiding alcohol and other drugs, they listen. Underage drinking lowers inhibition and increases the chance of risky, regrettable behaviors. Find tips on what to say at riseupreno.org or on Facebook at Rise Up Reno Prevention Network.
You're listening to the Next Tech Wireless Road to a Championship presented by Rise Up Reno. Through school-based mentorship and youth leadership, Rise Up Reno is empowering young people to make healthy decisions. Learn more at riseupreno.org. Together we soar.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back at halftime. Our first half recap brought to you Kansas for the past 70 years. Online at AdamsBrownCPA.com. Buhler jumped out to a 7-0 start in this game on a Reed Scott layup early. It was 8-2. The Panthers would go on an 11-0 run at the end of the first and led by 1. 13-12. They eventually stretched that to 4. 16-12, 7:22 mark in the second quarter. Tate Hawkinson goes to work. 4 first-half triples in the game for T-Hawk, who leads all scores. Buhler on an 18-0 run took a 14-point lead, 30-16 midway through the second. And they lead by 12 here at halftime, 34-22. Tate Hawkinson mentioned with those 14 first-half points, 2 shy of tying his career high. Max Alexander with 4, Isaiah Hernandez with 2, and Jack Vothardy in double figures with 12. Nickerson led by Carson Lynn, who had 3 threes in the first half, 9 points, 6 for Philip Manga, 4 for Ray Tatro, and 3 for Colton Fast. Nickerson just 0 of 1 at the free throw line. Buhler in the first half was 8 of 10. Remember, they were 26 in the first meeting, so doing a great job of getting back to the line tonight. Well, we'll remind you that for great shots of tonight's game, go online to Photo Catching great moments for the past 40 years. That's FOTO Cowboy.com. Buhler 34, Nickerson 22. Continuing coverage of our Next Tech Wireless Road to a Championship, presented by Rise Up Reno. Second half after this on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
In time for something different, like switching to Next Tech Wireless. Want new devices? Mix and match 5 devices with unlimited data for $125 a month. Love your phone but not your provider? Switch and get $20 off your monthly bill. So bring the whole family to Next Tech Wireless. Get new devices on us or bring your own. Spend a new kind of quality time together. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
If you need a piece of metal or an angle for a small project or a complete fabrication project done, call us at Johnson Sheet Metal or stop by 512 South Main in Hutchinson. We know metal. Hi, this is Sarah. 9 years. With a huge stock of different sheets, shapes of steel, stainless, galvanized, and aluminum, Johnson Sheet Metal has what you need. We cut to size, bend, roll, punch, or weld to your placement panels too. Call us today. Johnson Sheet Metal, 620-662-0224.
Hi, this is Dr. Dal Hunt with Buhler Dental Care. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on 95.9 HKFM.
Well, second half, Nickerson to our left with the ball, and Carson Lynn, a long three. He can stroke it from the outside. His 4th of the game. He matches Hawkinson's 4. Now Lynn with a steal. Another triple, and he hit them both.
Well, I tell you what, he got tired of Hawkinson having a couple more trays than him, so he knocks down back-to-back to cut the lead back to just a 2-shot game.
34-28. A 6-point game, 3 threes. Making 5 threes now for Lynn. Here's a 3 left side miss by Hawkinson. Rebound Manga, Nickerson. Coming out strong to start the second half. Max Alexander takes a charge inside on Philip Manga. Only Manga's 3rd. That's big.
That is huge, because if Manga goes out, I mean, that he is their main slasher, one of their main ball handlers, and when he's not on the floor, Nickerson's a completely different ball club.
Well, so we go on in the third quarter. We'll weave in some other scores in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. A lot of action across our network tonight. As Hernandez has the ball right side circle. Trinity Catholic girls playing tonight. I think guys won last night.
A couple different 3A and 2A substates besides this Buhler 4A substate.
There's a foul. Hernandez make that Alexander, driving on Matt Crossman. That'll be the 3rd on Crossman. You know, Buhler had the double-digit lead at halftime, and Max really hasn't got going yet. He's been pretty quiet.
Well, Nickerson's been running players at him to try to keep him off the board, and they've done a pretty good job this evening.
There's Alexander. Ball knocked loose and a steal. Buhler's 4th turnover. Manga inside. They're going to call the blocking foul on Max. The bucket is good by Manga. And that'll be the 2nd on Max. And Philip Manga could get this to a 3-point game. What a start to the second half by the Panthers, 34-30. It is an 8-0 run at the moment. Manga's free throw is good, make it a 9-0 run, and it's a 3-point game. 34-31, Buhler by 3, 6:24 to go here in the third.
Crusaders have yet to score here in the second half.
Isaiah Hernandez up top, off to Alexander. Their side, Reed Scott gives up to Hawkinson in the right corner. Alexander eventually will find a way, like that little step through.
He rang.
The floater in the lane with the left. He will find a way.
You called it right there, Aaron. Great cut there by Max.
Why don't you go try to guard that?
No, thank you.
36-31.
Wow.
A 5-point game, and wave off a shot inside. Foul on Jack Voth underneath.
Crossman had a bit of a dip that time. Jack must not have had his feet set.
First on Jack, second team foul of the half on the Crusaders. Nickerson to play it in, up top to Manga. Manga off a screen, works it right side lane line. Reverse layup missed. Rebound Jack Voth and a foul, and I think that's going to be the third on Broomfield.
Yep, that's his third. So the big three, Manga, Broomfield, and Crossman, all with a quick foul here in this third quarter.
Carson Lynn with 5 threes has been the Nickerson offense, 15 points. He has half of their points tonight. 36-31, and Hawkinson's pass inside picked off. Now knocked loose the other way, Alexander. Trying to convince the official, he deflected it off Manga's leg. It's going to stay with Nickerson. As Braden Miller returns, replacing Matt Crossman. This is not the same Nickerson team we saw in January.
Yeah, they're playing with a lot more confidence. They definitely found themselves and definitely gelled.
Braden Miller, he'll drive, and Alexander. Now this time the officials will say Alexander deflected the ball off Braden Miller's knee out of bounds.
Great quick hands by Max, as he wasn't really even the defender in that neck of the woods, just was behind the play, reached in, and was able to get enough contact for him to kick it off his shin.
36-31, 5:07 to play here in the third. And Jack Vogt driving the lane, hard to the bucket. Man, I love his game tonight. So strong again, score it, and a foul.
Well, it is instant offense. He's done a great job of just cutting past those Nickerson defenders and just continuing to pile up the fouls. That's a monster one, as Keaton Broomfield just picked up his fourth.
Remember, Broomfield was 6 of 8 of the field. He had 12 points back in January. Now he's got 4 fouls, headed to the bench scoreless. Jack missed the free throw, but an offensive board for Buhler. Out to Hawkinson for a 3, missed. Rebound Nickerson and a tie-up, and I think they're going to get a foul on Reed Scott.
It will be on Reed. That's his third personal, so he's the only Crusader in foul trouble. And Skripczyk will quickly come back to the scorer's table to take out Reed Scott.
38-31, Buhler by 7, 4:52 to play here in the third. Scott out, Skripczyk in. Nickerson ball. Panthers have gotten within 3 after being down 12 at halftime. Buhler stretched the lead back out to 7. Manga plays it right side circle to Tatro. Up top Lynn, near side Manga. Manga back up to Tatro. Tatro's been silenced tonight by Isaiah Hernandez. They set a screen for Manga in the lane. Skripczyk, they're going to call the charge. Well, I thought Braden was set up in there for a while. They will call the blocking foul. Layup good by Philip Manga. Well, if you're going to set up for that, you got to make sure your feet are set. That'll be the second on Braden Skripczyk. And Manga with a chance now again for a 3-point play. Free throw is good.
Well, Philip Manga has a free throw attempt for Nickerson. He's really the only guy that attacks the rim.
38-34, a 4-point game, 4:26 left. Crusader basketball in the third. Brought to you by the Bruce Isaacson Agency, by Idea Tech, Apple Lane Animal Hospital, by Phoenix Restoration, and by the Buhler Booster Club. Here's Jack inside. Jack both answers back to make it a 6-point game, 40-34.
16 points now for the Soft.
Now Max dribbling in traffic. He had a steal, but they're going to whistle a foul.
That's Max's third, so he's the second starter for Buhler to get to the 3-foul mark. And we're not even to the halfway point here in the third quarter, and the foul situation really is going to start dictating the flow of this game.
Austin Bell returning for Nickerson along with Aiden Garcia. 40-34, 4:05 to go in the third, and a timeout Nickerson. 5 team fouls on Buhler, 4 on Nickerson. 4 minutes left. Period number 3, Buhler by 6 here on HKFM of the Crusader Sports Network.
66, our family has kept motorists on the road for nearly 60 years. Hi, this is Janet Dick, inviting you to stop by our locally owned station at 1215 East 4th in Hutch. Dick's offers top-tier gasoline, grab-and-go food options, and friendly service. Wherever you're headed, every journey begins with a stop at Dick's Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutch.
Neufeld's Flooring, your experts in design and installation of carpet, tile, wood, and vinyl floor covering. Proudly sponsoring Buhler High School activities, Neufeld's Flooring in downtown Buhler.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric. 620-960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Well, as we come back from break, Christopher, how about check of some of the other scores in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard?
Yeah, just got a halftime update in 3A boys action up at Lions. The Lions over Kingman 36-23, and in the half in 2A girls, Hillsborough in front of El Saline now 33-29.
All right, Mac girls won tonight 74-20 over Pratt. That is a doubleheader, Pratt and Mac tonight in the Roundhouse. Inside turnaround, score it for Colton Fast.
By 10 over Inman in 2A girls action. And 2A girls action up in Salina. Last score we had was Sacred Heart up on 6 over Trinity Catholic.
Here's both in the right corner. Panthers in a man. Hawkinson rifles a pass to Jack. Jack is going to drive right through the body of Austin Bell with a whistle and a foul call. That'll be the second on Bell. It'll be the 5th team foul of the half on the Panthers. And so Buhler will play it in off the right baseline. It'll be Zay Hernandez to rifle it in live tonight from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and a Hutch as Tate Hawkinson knocks down his 5th three tonight, and he's got a new career high.
The nickel.
43-36, Manga the other way, missed.
That's Max Alexander getting his 5th board of the evening.
Buhler by 7 with the ball, 2:57 to go. Hawkinson now with 17. Skripczyk inside with a hard take, and they're going to call a foul. And Austin Bell lobbying for the block and not the foul. That is going to be the 3rd on Bell. So Bell, one of the bigs in, replacing Broomfield and Crossman. And now he has 3 fouls.
So the rim protectors in some serious foul trouble for Nickerson.
Braden Skripczyk at the free throw line, missing the first. Skripczyk just 9 of 12 on the year. He's not shot a ton at the free throw line. Hayden Keller is going to replace Max Alexander in the lineup. Yeah, he will find a way.
Yeah, he's one of those kids that he might only have 6 right now, but he can get to 12 or more real quick.
Both free throws missed by Skripczyk, and a fight for the rebound in the lane. Shaq Voth and Aiden Garcia tied up, and on the arrow it's going to be Buhler ball.
Well, Jack Voth just flat out willed him there. He had 3 Panthers all around, and the ball went on the deck. He got in the mix and gets the tie-up to keep it with Buhler.
Hernandez to play it in. Inside Voth, this time blocked from behind by Colton Fast. Rebound Nickerson. Panthers down 43-36. Manga on a drive and a kick and a long 3 short by Tatro. Rebound baseline by Garcia of Nickerson. Manga inside, feeds it, layup good by Colton Fast.
It was a great unselfish play made by Manga. He's done such a good job getting the rim at the last second. Kicked it to Fast, who finishes.
43-38, 2:17 to go in the 3rd. Hayden Keller has it up near the timeline with the right hand. Off to Hawkinson. Hawkinson shuffling to his right. Off to Voth. Jack driving left side lane line. Works it inside, lost the ball, gets it back. And they're going to call him for a travel. Substitution, Connor D'Amato in. And Carson Lynn out for Nickerson. Here comes Max Alexander for Buhler. And Hayden Keller out.
the turnover scenario pretty dang even right now. Nickerson with 8 and Nickerson with 9, Buhler with 8.
Reed Scott also returning, replacing Jack Voth here at the 2-minute mark in the third. Manga across the timeline. Pulls up free throw line jumper. And it's a 3-point game. These Panthers came to play.
They are not going quietly.
43-40, the lead just 3. 1:41 to go in the third. Max double teamed. Good grief.
And that's a foul on Manga. That's his 4th. It is on Phillip.
Well, Manga's got to play really smart now.
Yeah, he pleaded with Coach Field to remain in the game. And he's going to replace him right now with Carson Lynn.
Boy, Manga and Connor D'Amato. Max Alexander was the lunch meat and the sandwich that time between the two.
Yes, he was.
So Manga out and Lynn in, and that hurts Nickerson.
Yeah, oh, big time, big time.
That also puts Buhler in the bonus with the 17th foul. Max Alexander will have 1 and 1 here with 1:37 to go in the third quarter. Free throw on the way and good.
Well, you know, we talked about Max only having 6 points. He's a guy that can really jump that number up in a hurry.
Crossman in and Tatro out for Nickerson.
Crossman's got to play smart. He's got 3 fouls.
Fouls adding up on the Panthers here. And a second free throw good for Alexander, so he's perfect at the line. He's got 8 points, 45-40.
How big have those free throws been?
Feeds it left side circle to Colton Fast. Inside, Crossman whistled for the travel.
10th turnover on the Panthers tonight.
Congratulations to Sterling College. The Lady Warriors won the KCAC Tournament Championship last night, defeating Tabor for the 3rd time this season, 86-78. Here's Max. Nickerson doing what teams have done all year to Max Alexander as Carson Lynn picks up a foul, being so physical with Max, not really worried about picking up the fouls, just constantly poking at him.
Yeah, just trying to poke and prod. It's interesting that time it's Carson Lynn, I think, drew the brunt of it, even though he's the one that got the foul called on him.
Max at the line. First free throw is good. So the Warriors, Sterling College now 29-0. They'll await their seeding assignment for the national tournament. The seedings will come out Thursday night. Sterling should be a top seed in Wichita in the opening round of the NAIA tournament. Max Alexander, 2 at the line, 47-40. Buhler stretches it back out to 7. 1:08 to play here in the third. Here is Nickerson. And Lynn with a right-handed 3, missed. Rebound inside, and it's off Nickerson, out of bounds. Good position inside that time by Skripczyk. Substitution here with 59 seconds to go. Ray Tatro replaces Carson Lynn. One more note about that Sterling game. For Tabor, freshman and Buhler alum Olivia Owens played 14 minutes for the Blue Jays last night, finished with 8 points. Atta girl live. Here's a 3, missed. Right corner by Max. Offensive rebound by Reed Scott. Off to Hawkinson. So proud of Liv Owens.
She was freshman all league.
Yeah, here's Hernandez for 3 in the right corner. Missed. Another offensive board with 30 seconds to go in the corner. Now Max on a drive. Past 3 defenders and a shot blocked out of bounds by Colton Fast.
Yeah, Colton Fast sent that one out the door towards Medora. It was a big block.
Skripczyk out, both in. Austin Bell replacing Matt Crossman for Nickerson. 47-40. Buhler now with 24 seconds on the third quarter clock. Will play it in. And a long pass up top to Max Alexander. Through 2 defenders. Max through a third. Kicks to Hernandez. Isaiah now is he'll hold for a final shot. Max will hold it up.
2 guys in his face.
Near the timeline. Being sandwiched again. Drives inside with the left off the window. Missed. Offensive rebound nearly brought down by both. 4 seconds to go. Inside. shot good at the buzzer by Aiden Garcia. And that'll get us to the end of the third. Quite a game. 47-42. Buhler clings to just a 5-point advantage going to the final 8 minutes. Crusader basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
The fastest, most reliable internet service to rural towns in our region. And we back it up with the friendliest customer service based right out of Buhler. With our fully fiber optic network, IdeaTech customers can enjoy speeds faster than those in the largest cities in the U.S., serving small communities in South Central Kansas and select parts of Hutchinson. Visit ideatech.com or call us at 620-543-5000 to learn more.
The veterinarians and staff at Appalachian Animal Hospital would like to wish the Buhler Crusader basketball teams a healthy and successful season. The same level of hard work, dedication, and commitment to excel on the court is what we do at Appalachian Animal Hospital. We continue to invest in new diagnostics and technology to make every effort to give you and your pet the best care possible. Go Crusaders!
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Our coverage tonight, part of the Next Tech Wireless Road to a Championship, presented by Rise Up Reno Prevention Network, streaming on the Ad Astra Radio app and the Crusader Sports Network, powered by Next Tech Wireless, because you're mobile and need to stay connected. I could not be more impressed with the improvement of the Nickerson.
Playing basketball, it's pretty evident of that.
15 seniors. Now a steal by Taden Hawkinson. Taden the other way, layup, missed. Rebound, Reed Scott, put back, no. Rebound, Nickerson.
Well, the crowd was waiting for that one to drop in.
Here's Crossman traveling, no call in the lane the other way. Jack Foth forces a turnover.
Coach Swanson urging his guys across half court to try to speed up the tempo.
47-42, Buhler by 5, 7:22 to play here in the game. Here's Alexander inside to score it for 2.
Well, Max now into double figures right then and there.
Lead back to 7. Winner takes on the winner of Mack and Pratt on Friday. Triple right side, good by Connor D'Amato.
Well, no bigger time than for the senior to get his first bucket of the night.
49-45, a 4-point game, 6:49 left. If Buhler wins, the game will be here in the Fieldhouse. If Nickerson wins, it'll be on the road, either at Pratt or McPherson. Here's Jack Foth on a drive inside, and a charge called. That is taken by Crossman, and it'll be the second personal foul on Jack Foth. 6:33 to go. I believe that's the 6th team foul. After 1 quarter in Mack, the Mack boys lead Pratt 15-4.
I got a couple other score updates at the end of 3. Mound Ridge over Inman by 20, 41-21, and Sacred Heart stretching it out on the Trinity Catholic girls 40-27.
Nickerson down 4. Here is Manga back in the game with those 4 fouls, playing it from the free throw line. And Hawkinson forcing a near turnover. What an effort by Taden. Now Taden is down. Back up with some help from his friends.
I get by with a little help from my friends.
Lovingly, Taden not wanting to come out of the game. They're going to bring Grant Ricker in. I lovingly seem to refer to him as the old man.
Yes.
Seems like he's forever.
It's fitting. I will agree with you on that. It's fitting.
Here's Mango with it. Now guarded by Alexander. Near side circle to D'Amato. D'Amato slips and falls in the lane and will be whistled for the travel. Hawkinson quickly returns and Ricker back out. Crusader basketball brought to you by Cargill Salt, by Countryside Feed, Rod's Tire and Service, by Yoder Meats, and by Crable Tree Clearing. 49-45, 5:51 left. Here's Zay Hernandez to the right side of the circle. Being guarded by Rafe Tatro. Far side Hawkinson. Hawkinson curls to the right side. In the corner to Hernandez. Zay with the ball, dribbling through traffic. Plays it off to Hawkinson. Nice dump down low, both. Layup, good!
Great assist by Hawkinson. Both was wide open in the short corner, and good finish at the rim for Jack.
51-45, lead to 6. D'Amato for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, Alexander.
That's Max's 6th board of the night. He leads the Crusaders on the glass.
51-45, 5:11 left here in Jim Baker. Peter trying to get back to the sub-state final. Inside Voth. Got it! Second by Jack. 53-45, second and 2 possessions.
What a big night for Jack, and a night where Max has struggled to score it. Jack has been delivering.
A 4-0 run for the Crusaders, 53-45. Manga to Tatro, near side to D'Amato. Panthers have been able to hang with the Crusaders all night tonight. 3, D'Amato missed in the left. Rebound, Reed Scott.
Foul trouble, but he's now got 6 boards.
He has a nose for the ball. Peter the other way, left to right. Voth plays it low, right baseline to Reed Scott. Up 53-45, 4:10 to go in the game. Hernandez to Voth, underneath. Jack wants 2 more. Missed it, gets his own rebound. Put back, missed it. Gets a second rebound and is fouled by Broomfield. And that is going to be the 5th on Keaton Broomfield. No, would you see that? Carson Lynn putting his hand up saying that's on me, but it was totally on Broomfield.
Hey, how many times have I said that? If you act like the foul was on you, you're going to pick up the call, and great heads-up play made by Carson Lynn there to draw the foul.
You're not fooling this guy. Jack Voth at the free throw line. It's will be a 2-shot opportunity. Takes the first. This is his 6th trip to the stripe tonight.
He is single-handedly put Nickerson in foul trouble with his slashing tonight.
Carson Lynn picks up the foul, his 2nd, team's 9th. Voth at the line, knocks down 2 more free throws, and a timeout, Buhler. The lead to 10 for the first time in a while. First time it's been double digit since halftime. 55-45, 4 minutes left. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Kansas Credit Union, serving Central Kansas from their locations in Moundridge and Buhler. Take control of your accounts and sign up for online banking at mkcu.com with features like remote capture deposit and online bill pay. Member owned and proudly supporting Mid-Kansas Credit Union at 200 West 2nd in Buhler and in Moundridge. Member NCUA.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Welcome back out to Buhler. That reminded me of the moment, Aaron, in Wayne's world, when Wayne is gone and Garth has to actually lead the charge. I didn't know what to do.
Sorry, I was adding. I don't do that very well, as you know.
That's why Carson's here. We've talked about it. The mathematician, our very own Euclid.
You guys have Jack Voth with 23. 55-45. Nickerson ball out of the timeout. Always pay attention to what you're supposed to be doing. Well, this lead, there's a shot inside. Nice feed to Carson Lynn. Layup good. 55-47.
They're going to keep it with Buhler. The Nickerson girls basketball team over there doing some lobbying.
Hernandez had the ball knocked away.
The Panthers throwing some full court heat.
Nickerson will play Ulysses tomorrow night, Lady Panthers will, in the semifinals in Nickerson. And that's a 6 o'clock game. And we'll have it right here for you on HKFM as Max streaks to the bucket with the left. Back to a 10-point game, 57-47. They've got Jones and McLean over there, the 2 All-Stars for the Panthers. Mango with the left, missed, but a whistle.
It will be the 4th on Reed, and Manga continues to kind of be their version of Jack Voth getting to the line.
Well, Mac won on the girls' side tonight, so they'll be in that sub-state final on Saturday against either Nickerson or Ulysses. Manga hits the first at the free throw line. 57-48. Matt Crossman returning. Braden Miller out for Nickerson.
We know that matchup that everybody's anticipating is that McPherson-Nickerson matchup, two of the top teams in 4A girls.
Halftime now, McPherson leading in the roundhouse on the boys' side, 37-12 over Pratt. Manga makes 1 of 2 at the line. 57-48. Well, I mentioned earlier tonight the Crusaders do really well when they score 57 or more. They've lost only twice this season. 57-48 here. The lead is 9. 2:57 to play. Alexander has it far side. Hernandez. A tough shooting night for Zay tonight. Just 2 points. Rolled his ankle earlier in the game. A 2-shot foul as the Crusaders will now be in the double bonus. As the 10th team foul on the Panthers. It'll be the first personal on Aiden Garcia. So Carson, who's a better mathematician than I am, tells me this is his 8th trip to the free throw line. And he missed them both. You better not be wrong, by the way. You make me look bad.
I think it might be the 7th, but
I'm probably right.
See, you had me convinced that you were right. 57-48. Manga inside, missed with a left. Alexander with a rebound, but stepped out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Panthers with 2:30 to play. Well, Nickerson needs to put some points on the board here. They can score. They've stroked it from the outside tonight. Here's Tatro. Missed that 3 short. Rebound saved underneath Crossman. Right side 3 missed by Garcia. Rebound Jack Voth.
huge rebound for Buhler there by Voth. And now
Alexander through traffic, and he'll be fouled at midcourt. He tried to get up the floor without being touched.
Wow, and the foul I thought it was going to be on Rafe Tatro, but it was on Max Crossman, so Crossman just picked up his 4th. But yeah, no, Max was literally trying to avoid getting fouled there just so he could try to get a lay-in try.
Yeah, he missed the first free throw. He wanted to retry on that stuff from earlier this year that he missed. Where was that at?
Augusta.
Yeah. Rare misses at the line. 47-48. Nickerson. Manga for 3 and a timeout. And Nickerson cuts it to 6. 57-51. Well, who said no easy wins in the postseason? 2 minutes left. 57-51 Buhler on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
For sand, gravel, concrete, and decorative rock, call the professionals at Gravel and Concrete Incorporated. Locally owned and family operated, John, Chris, Laura, and Lyle Paulson are always happy to help you with your sand, gravel, and concrete needs. And be sure to check out their large selection of landscape holders. That's Gravel and Concrete Incorporated. Call 422-3249.
Serving all of Central Kansas, Gravel and Concrete Incorporated, 7010 North Nickerson Road. Call 422-3249.
You're listening to Buhler Basketball on HKFM.
Coverage tonight brought to you by Edgar Family Dental, by the Sheila Metzger Agency, by Hutchrec, Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs, and by Midway Motors. Well, in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard, we mentioned Sterling Ladies won the KCAC Tournament Championship of the girls' side. Guys' side, Bethel wins in a tight one. They couple of free throws late. Gives them a 73-72 win last night over Oklahoma Wesley. Congratulations to the Bethel Threshers. Our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. Buhler Dental Care, your hometown dentist, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Here's Max out of the timeout to Hawkinson. Taden in the lane. Gives off to Reed Scott. What an unselfish play. And the layup good. Reed Scott 4.
Yep.
51.
Great assist by Hawkinson as he is drawing a lot of attention.
Lead is now 7. Nickerson the other way. Layup missed. But a foul. Is that going to be on Reed? If it is, that'll be his 5th.
So Reed will finish tonight with 6 boards and 4 points.
Is he the first Buhler guy to foul out of a game this year?
I'm trying to remember.
He'll be replaced by, I think Hawkinson might have fouled out of one at some point. Reed Scott with 5 fouls, replaced by Braden Skripczyk. And 2 free throws at the line. The first missed off the back iron by Aiden Garcia.
I was about to say the only way I feel like Nickerson can get back into this thing is if they knock down some free throws and cash a 3 or 2, and Garcia misses his first free throw.
Second by Garcia, short rebound Hernandez. And Buhler the other way, pass up the floor, deflected out of bounds. As Colton Fast returns for Nickerson, replacing Aiden Garcia. Well, the girls' games in 4A tomorrow night include El Dorado at Circle, Augusta at Andale, Winfield at Clearwater, and Rose Hill at Wellington. We've got 1 game on the network in our Road to a Championship tomorrow night. That'll be Nickerson across the way. Coach McLean. Good to see Coach and his wife Lynette in the Fieldhouse tonight. And the Lady Panthers will host the Ulysses Tigers tomorrow at 6. What's it like to be the Tigers? They came here on Saturday, they went home, and now they get to come back tomorrow night.
Well, I bet they're excited to come through Hutch so they can get Chick-fil-A again. But yeah, that is, they are racking up some frequent flyer miles. But I tell you guys, when you live in Ulysses, you're used to driving everywhere.
Well, there's the nearest Walmart from there.
It'd probably be Garden City, but I've got a really good friend of mine that's from Syracuse and lives in Syracuse now, and way before the Blake Shelton song God's Country, he always affectionately called Southwest Kansas God's Country. And
you could walk a long ways out there and be alone.
Yes. Wide open spaces.
Buhler ball out of the timeout here, minute 28 to go. Jack inside. Missed the free throw, strong take, but a foul on Austin Bell will be his 4th. And Buhler in the double bonus. He is the 4th Panther with 4 fouls. Broomfield has 3, and I think both is responsible for most of them.
Oh, he has been a wrecking crew, racking up the fouls on Nickerson tonight.
And Jack knocks down the 1st. 60-51, the lead goes to 9. And he makes them both. So a 10-point game again, 1:25 left. Grant Ricker checks in. Braden Skripczyk will come out. Here comes Philip Manga up the floor. Pulls up from 3, missed. Rebound Nickerson. Manga. Here's side Tatro for 3, missed. Rebound Crossman, put back, missed. Rebound Alexander.
Yeah, Nickerson with lots of opportunities there, couldn't get any to fall, and now Manga busts up Alexander, and Philip fouls out. He's the first Panther to foul out.
So Manga will be done. Max will go to the line for 2.
He's going to finish with 18 points tonight for the Panthers.
Braden Skripczyk in, Grant Ricker out.
Manga left it all on the floor tonight.
I have Jack Voth by himself at 11 of 16 at the free throw line. Max tonight is 6 of 8 and knocks down the first here. .102 left. The lead is now 11. It's going to take a monumental effort for the Panthers now.
And without Manga, I think it's going to be dang near next to impossible for them to do so.
2 free throws, 63-51. Hey, give them props. They were in it for most of the game.
Yeah, and they gave Buhler everything they could ever want.
Here's a shot with a right inside by Tatro, missed. Rebound Hawkinson. 47 seconds left. Taden up the floor. And tried the behind the back dribble. Thought he might have lost it, but they're going to call it off Nickerson. Rise Up Reno Prevention Network helps promote healthy behaviors through youth leadership, school-based mentoring, and community investment. Online at riseupreno.org. Well, we will plan on having a championship in the Fieldhouse on Friday night against either McPherson or Pratt. Mack was up big in that game at halftime as Hawkinson will be fouled by Aiden Garcia with 32 seconds left.
So this will be the first free throw tries of the evening for Hawkinson.
And if it is Buhler and Mack, is the third time the charm. Hawkinson missing the front end.
Well, as a Buhler person, I'm going to hope so.
Keller in, Hernandez out. Tustin waiting to check in here for Hawkinson. That's one wounded knee, checking in for another. Hawkinson makes one of two. Tegan Tustin, who made his way back from that ACL injury. Just a fantastic team, guys. 64-51. Lead is 13. Shot inside the other way, good. By Aiden Garcia, and Nickerson calls a timeout. And continuing coverage of our Next Tech Wireless Road to a Championship presented by Rise Up Reno Prevention Network. Mention Nickerson Ulysses tomorrow night at 6. And that'll be right here on 95.9 HKFM. And a slew of games Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Christopher's headed out to the land of the windmills on Thursday.
Yes, Spearville, Royal Lancer country. Getting to watch the Sterling Black Bears head out west to play in Class 2A boys semifinal action. And that's Spearville sub-state, man, especially on the girls' side. Loaded for bear.
And of course, the boys, what a year for Tyus Wilson.
Oh, yeah, he's on his way to high jump at Nebraska next year. So anytime you got a kid that's going to be a Power 5 athlete, it's a special treat to get to watch.
So I believe there's a Comley on that team.
Yes.
And then there's also one of Lonnie Cruz's grandsons plays this year for the Black Bears.
Well, on the Buhler tie for the Comleys, all the Comley parents of these kids in school are Buhler grads.
There's a take inside by Max and a foul. And he'll have two at the line. That foul on Carson Lynn. Yeah, Zach Surface plays for the Black Bears, and that is the late Lonnie Cruz's grandson.
Lots of impact, you know, of course, head coach of the Lady Warriors, one of his former players.
Another Buhler-Sterling tie, of course, would be that of our former superintendent, Mike Berblinger, who is from Sterling. Was the head coach at Sterling before he came to Buhler.
Oh, and the seniors and upperclassmen get a nice round of applause as Coach Swanson checking in some of the softs for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Diedrich Willard-Trask in, Wade Meyer, Ethan Stambaugh, Grant Ricker in, and then the senior Tegan Tustin. 66-53, 19 seconds left. Buhler by 13. And ball knocked loose in the lane, taken by the Crusaders. Tustin's got it. 8 seconds left. Buhler's going to win it. Here is Stambaugh. Off to Willard-Trask. And Buhler will earn the victory and get themselves back to the sub-state title game. 66-53 is the final here in the Fieldhouse tonight. Buhler puts up 19 fourth quarter points. They outscore the Panthers 19-11 in the final 8 minutes to win tonight by 13, 66-53. And what a night as it was in the first meeting between these two. What a night for the Crusaders at the free throw line. Buhler now 15-5, and they will play Friday night at 7 o'clock in the gym, and at this point, more than likely that is going to be against the Nickerson the McPherson Bulldogs. Bull Pups, Bull something. Sorry there.
The Hush Puppies.
Yeah. Mac was up on Pratt 37-12 at halftime in the Roundhouse tonight. For Nickerson, they will finish this year at 5-16. They started the year 0-10, and then they won 5 of their last 10. That is impressive. And 15 seniors. Peterson, Manga, D'Amato, Bell, Miller, Bateman, Tatro, Garcia, Borrell, Condi, Broomfield, Fast, Wiedemann, and Crossman, along with Holland, all seniors. Only 2 kids on their varsity roster, their varsity JV roster, Carson Lynn and Grant Tatro will be back next year. That is a crazy amount of turnover for the Panthers. Buhler wins it.
That would be something. Coach Field is going to have all sorts of opportunities for underclassmen next year.
Well, Lynn is a good start. He's a good shooter. Had those 5 threes tonight. And tough for them once Manga got in foul trouble in the 4th. That might have changed the game.
Yeah, I mean, Mango really their go-to ball handler. They're a guy that's, good at getting to the free throw line and just kind of a tough defender. Yeah, when he fouled out, that pretty much sealed the deal. The Nickerson wasn't going to have enough firepower.
Hey, man, we won. You can smile.
Hey, I'm just thinking. It's tough to beat a team 3 times. We'll see. I'm ready for Friday already.
Yeah, I mentioned it the other night. This kid always looks like he wants to eat a grizzly.
No.
He goes grizzly hunting.
Not always.
66-53. Buhler wins it over Nickerson tonight. Our postgame begins in 2 minutes on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Great time to check out Nextech Wireless for your business. Spend a little time with our business team and get a tailor-made wireless plan that connects just how you need it to. Sign on and we'll set you up with great technology and coverage that's supported by the best service at the best price. Let our business group earn your business. We'll show you why we're something different. Nextech Wireless for Business. Kansans supporting Kansans. 785-621-5130.
Hi, this is Brett Henry, and for the past 75 years at Adams Brown Barron & Ball, we've served Kansas and America. To celebrate our 75th anniversary, we have rebranded to Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs. For more information on our exciting changes, check out adamsbrowncpa.com and see why we are above and beyond.
When disaster strikes your home or business, shop local. Hi, this is Robin Swanson. My husband Ryan and I and our team at Phoenix Restoration are proud to be Reno County's only locally owned fire and water restoration company. When pipes break, fire strikes, or the unthinkable hits your home or business, call us. With over 10 years of experience, we know how to help you recover. Check us out at phoenixrestorationandroofing.com. Phoenix Restoration. We'll help you rise again after your disaster.
Prairie Bank of Kansas is a local bank with local concerns. You'll find us in the heart of the community, helping wherever we're needed. We enjoy working with local schools to help promote activities like sports and extracurricular learning. We hope you support these valuable activities too. We'll be right here with you. Visit one of our locations in Stafford, Buhler, Inman, or Hutchinson, or check us out online at prairiebankks.com. Prairie Bank of Kansas. How banking should be.
You're listening to the Nextech Wireless Road to a Championship presented by Rise Up Reno. Stay connected with a plan designed just for you. Their plans give you what you need at a price you can afford. Nextech Wireless, the latest phones and devices at the best prices.
Hi, this is Dr. Dal Hunt with Buhler Dental Care. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on 95.9 HKFM.
And welcome back. Our post-game tonight coverage on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network as Buhler wins it 66-53. Well, back in January, Buhler went to 22 of 26 at the free throw line. By my count tonight, they go 22 of 31. And started with just the physicality of Jack Voth taking it to the rack. I like that.
He is not afraid to attack at all. And you just think about how much that part of his game has developed as this year has gone on. I mean, he is just a cutting son of a gun, and so fun to watch. I mean, it's kind of old school basketball going to the rim, but it's a weapon, and a weapon from the standpoint of if you get your your opponent in foul trouble, I mean, that changes how teams have to play so big. And, that relentless attacking the rim, great to see, and then doing such a good job knocking down free throws. That's another part of that facet of the game that's really good to see.
Buhler was plus 18 at the free throw line tonight. This, Simo, I mentioned earlier, that is a vastly improved Nickerson team from the one we saw in January.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. We saw a little bit of that last time. First half, we were a little laggy. You just got done playing a whole bunch of games, and then all of a sudden, Nickerson, you blink now, and they're still in this game. And if the Crusaders weren't careful, they were going to give up that lead, and they did at times. And so to see the Crusaders come back and be able to get a comfortable enough lead to put those guys who don't normally get playing time in, unbelievable. And Tatum Hawkinson, we talked about a little bit in the pregame, just the sound setup shooter that he can be and the leader he is for this Crusaders team. To have those threes and give us that bigger lead is tremendous.
Yeah, it was a game of runs. Buhler's 7-0 run to start the game. And then Nickerson goes on an 11-0 stretch to take a 1-point lead. At the end of the first quarter, 13-12. They led by 4, 16-12 to start the second quarter. Then the Crusaders go on an 18-0 march to go up 14-30 to 16. It was a 12-point game, 34-22 at the half. Panthers fought back and kept it single digits for the entire third quarter. They got within a bucket on a couple of occasions. It was a 5-point game at the end of the third, 47-42. And then Buhler, very much aided by the free throw line, outscored Nickerson 19-11 in the final 8 minutes to win it by 13, 66-53. We'll get to the rest of our final numbers coming up first. Comments from Coach Swanson. Coach, we were just talking about how much better this Nickerson team is than they were the first time we played them.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've shortened their bench a little bit, and they played really hard. Did some things, run some guys at max that I didn't think we handled real well most of the game. But they've got a lot of talent, and you got it. I told the guys in the locker room, I've never seen a bunch of guys so disappointed after a win on the playoff time. But I told them, said, hey, that wasn't, it wasn't just. If you look at the difference in scores from the first time we played them, they played well, and you give them, you got to tip your cap to them, give them a lot of credit. They played last Friday. They had to go to Ulysses on Saturday and win, and then turn around and come here. So I give them a lot of credit for making things so tough on us tonight.
Big key to the win for you guys. You were plus 18 at the free throw line tonight. That really started with Jack Voth being so aggressive to the rim.
Well, with Jack and with Max, we've got guys that are going to get to the line a lot because they'll go to the rim hard. And and then they're pretty good free throw shooters too. So that led to that. Plus, they shot, I don't know how many they shot obviously, but they shot a ton of threes, and they made a lot of them, especially in that third quarter. It felt like, anytime you're a 3-point shooting team, you're not going to get to the line as much, because you're not driving, you're not putting pressure on the defense in that way. But boy, they sure hurt us, and that start of the half couldn't have been any better for them, any worse for us. So. We've gotten a little breathing room, and then that kid comes out, hits a 3, gets a steal, hits a 3, and here we go. So But we won. We won the game. Tayden, obviously carried us that second quarter, making 4 threes, and I know Max directly assisted 2 of them for sure. And that's the thing, when we're going well, Max, it's hard for anybody to stay in front of him without help. And we've got guys around him that when they're playing well, when they're shooting it well, in Tayden and Jack and Isaiah, who can shoot it real well. Isaiah didn't score a lot. My heart went down in my chest when he came off with that ankle. And he's tough. I mean, he's a tough kid. And so he kept playing, and I wished I didn't have to play him so much, but we're obviously better when he's out there. But that'll affect your shooting more than anything. You people may not realize it, but you hurt an ankle and you don't have that same lift. But hopefully he'll be full go, ready to go Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. Big second quarter with the threes from Hawkinson, and then got them in foul trouble late. And I think that especially the Manga kid that really hurt them in what they wanted to do.
He's a heck of a player. I mean, we watched the tape of out in Ulysses, and in the first half alone out there, I think he had at a minimum 14 or 16 points and 2 or 3 assists. So, directly responsible for over 20 points and a half. And I thought he tonight, and I thought on film against him, he played with good pace. He's a tough matchup. He's strong. He's quick, shifty. If he couldn't shoot it, he'd be easy to guard, but he can. So, or not easy to guard, but a lot easier. But he's a good player. He is a good player, and he played well for him. And number 12 for them, shot it real well. I like him a lot. He plays hard. I really like 33. He didn't score tonight, but they got some good players. 23 is a handful down there. We were fortunate we got him in foul trouble. And then some of their other kids off the bench, contributed like seniors should. So
absolutely.
Like I say, a lot of credit. A lot of credit to them and to their coaching staff who definitely had them ready to play.
Well, Coach, Max up on Nickerson down 30 in the fourth quarter. So it looks like.
You mean Pratt?
On Pratt. Well, it looks like it's going to be Buhler Mac in the field house on Friday.
Well, that's good because I haven't watched any tape on Pratt. So.
Well, you know what you're getting in the other side of that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So.
How much in that matchup is it important for your guys not to come out tight, not to worry about who they're playing, but just to go out and have fun and play loose?
Well, I mean, that'd be nice, but they just have to. What we have to do is just understand that we're good enough to win. Nobody has to do anything outside of what they've done all year. If we play well, we play together, we play smart, we're coachable. Some things that we didn't do all the time tonight, but hopefully this gets some jitters off. If we do that, I like our chances. I mean, we obviously it's a huge game. It doesn't get any bigger. It's to go to state. It's your rival. It's a team that has beat us twice this year, and so hopefully the boys are they'll be excited. They'll be ready to go. Hopefully they can, overcome that part of it to play well.
All right, Coach. Appreciate your time,
right,
and we'll see you back here on Friday.
Okay, thanks.
It's Coach Ryan Swanson as we wrap up our coverage tonight from Jim Baker. You guys got testing in here tomorrow, what?
Yeah, we got our junior-wide, statewide something work keys test. So
that sounds fantastic.
I'm so
fantastically
excited,
terrible is what that sounds like. All right, player and the play of the game plus final stats coming up. We'll do that when we come back here on HKFM, the Crusaders Sports Network.
An alarming number of Kansas preteens admit to drinking alcohol in the last 2 weeks, which makes it urgent for caring adults to find every opportunity to talk to their kids about the dangers of underage drinking. Research shows when youth have multiple conversations with adults about avoiding alcohol and other drugs, they listen. Underage drinking lowers inhibition and increases the chance of risky, regrettable behaviors. Find tips on what to say at riseupreno.org or on Facebook at Rise Up Reno Prevention Network.
Each and every day, WIFCO steel products are trusted to provide access and infrastructure for a wide range of purposes. For more info on what WIFCO can do for you, go to wifcosp.com. WIFCO Steel Products, the experts in steel fabrication.
Erickson Custom Building has a great plan and a budget suited for your needs. Whether it's a new build, a remodel of a kitchen, interior, exterior, or an insurance restoration project, Erickson Custom Building provides quality craftsmanship and superior customer service. We stand behind our work and have lasting relationships with vendors, suppliers, and most importantly, with you, the customer. Erickson Custom Building, proud to support all high school activities. Call 620-585-2816 or visit EricksonCustomBLDG.com.
Hey sports fans, all great teams include a great defensive strategy. That's what insurance is all about. Strategy to defend you, your family, and your possessions. This is Jordan Fee. I'm proud to help our clients plan their strategy of protection through the broad range of services we offer at Fee Insurance Group. Call to find out how we can protect your health, life, property, business, and even your retirement savings. Since 1883, we've been here to stand between you and risk.
Visit feeinsuranceGroup.com, your local trusted choice agent.
This is the Next Tech Wireless Road to a Championship presented by Rise Up Reno. 30 minutes a week can change the life of a young person. Youth with a mentor are 46% less likely to start using illegal drugs. To learn more, visit riseupreno.org. Together we soar.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Well, our game recap tonight brought to you by Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs, proudly serving businesses in Kansas for the past 70 years. Online at adamsbrown.cpa.com. Philip Manga led Nickerson tonight with 18 points, fouled out late in the fourth. Also in double figures, Carson Lynn with 17, and Rafe Tatro had 4. Aiden Garcia with 4, and Colton Fast with 7. Jack Voth for Buhler led all scorers tonight. 3 Crusaders in double figures, and JV had 24, 11 of 16 at the free throw line. Max Alexander had just 4 at halftime, but finishes the game tonight with 18. And Max had 10 makes at the free throw line, 10 of 12 tonight. Reed Scott with 4, Tayden Hawkinson, those 5 triples tonight, a new career high for Tayden with 18 points. And he had 3, make it 4 3-point shots in the second quarter. That was a key run for the Crusaders. Tayden Hawkinson finishes with 2. Buhler again plus 18 at the free throw line. Our Dix Phillips 66 Phillip of the game tonight. Phillip on the top tier gasoline, snacks and more at Dix Phillips 66, family owned and operated. 4th and Stevens in Hutchinson. Every journey begins with a stop at Dix Phillips 66, and our senior guard did fill up the basket, particularly in the second quarter. Here comes Max the other way, inside, slides it left corner. Tayden for 3. Yes!
We've talked about a lot of times this season, Aaron. Tayden, a big key to success for Buhler. When he scores, our path to victory gets a lot wider.
And that was the first of 3 threes, 4 threes in the second for Tayden. He had 5 altogether tonight. That was really a key stretch, as I mentioned, as Nickerson had a 4-point lead and all the momentum at that. And then Tayden, just in the blink of an eye, snatched it away.
Yeah, I mean, we were getting both barrels from Nickerson for a while, and then, yeah, when Hawkinson got in that hot stretch, that helped us get that separation that Buhler got the lead back and then was kind of able just to cling to and then build on that lead.
And we talked a lot, Carson, about him being the floor general, being the leader on the floor, and when things aren't going well, your leader's got to step up and get you pointed back in the right direction. So.
Yeah, for sure. And, I mean, you see these leaders that stick out on teams. Watching what was going on the floor after the game, Drake Dick was here tonight, Braden Sides, and it was cool. Those guys went around and shook everybody's, or gave them fist bumps, COVID-friendly, all that stuff, but went and talked to all the players, telling them good job and keep going, and people have your back, and so it's really cool to see those guys come back and show their leadership that they had shown when they were playing. But, yeah, back to Tayden, it's unbelievable how much that he brings to this team. You know, you don't always look at, hey, one person does this, one person does that, but Tayden really fills that leadership role really well for the Crusaders.
The best word I can describe Tayden's play all season long, he's just unflappable. You think about that. I mean, some of the other guys, you know, kind of are up and down emotionally. I mean, when you watch Hawkinson play from the time he warms up to the end of the game, just very steady Eddie and cool-handed.
I am not unflappable.
Just get some officiating, and Aaron will get.
As you might have heard in some of our broadcasts this year, I get a little emotional.
Well, I just know you sometimes you channel your inner Bob Davis, one of your mentors and role models. And
I do. I love Bob Davis.
And, you know, he
you know, I always – the best compliment I can give Bob is that if you whether you're a KU fan or not, it doesn't matter. You turn on a KU game, and you instantly knew whether the Jayhawks were winning or losing.
Yep, and you can imagine when I would increase my listenership on those KU games.
Yeah, when they were losing, yes. All right, our Whiffco Steel Products player of the game tonight, from storage tanks to steel walkways, stairways, and platforms. Whiffco Steel Products, the expert in steel fabrications. Online at whiffcosp.com. Sophomore Jack Voth with a team-high 24 tonight. And I thought really at the end of the day, the key in the game was the foul situation. I thought Jack set the tone early with his physicality.
Yeah, he brought it tonight. And, I mean, him single-handedly getting Nickerson in foul trouble, I mean, that really changed the game. I mean, because there when Nickerson had that run where they, took the lead, that was before the fouls started piling up. And then once Broomfield and Crossman took some wind out of the sails of the Nickerson Panthers.
Simo, you think back to him as a freshman just getting some mop-up minutes last year to where he is now at the end of this season. He has grown a ton. The sky's really the limit for him.
Well, yeah, he's definitely grown height-wise. I'm not sure I know that's not what you meant, but yeah, for sure. You know, he's one of those players where, hey, you know this name coming in. You kind of want to see, hey, who's this freshman that people are saying so good? And so coming in and then seeing, you have Isaiah Hernandez, the freshman standout. You wonder who's this next, and it's supposed to be Jack Voth. And I remember one of his first key shots was a little turnaround jumper right in front of the bench, and everybody went nutso for him because they knew this is the start of a good, long Crusader career. So for him to be able to be where he is today, I mean, you even go look at the end of the game in the Roundhouse where he missed that layup that was contested. And so we've seen him work and continuously put up shots like that to make himself better, and his free throws have gotten so much better. And so him being able to want this success for the team is unbelievable.
I want to know where Jeffrey Neal found that vest. I mean, like,
it's a hunting vest.
Somebody must have said, here, please take this terrible. No, that's not nice. I'll have to kid him about that later. I'm sure he'll get a crack out of that. But 24 points. It's a hunting vest. What do I know about hunting?
That's a good question.
Absolutely nothing.
Carson's our resident hunting expert.
You know, my version of hunting is I go to Dillon's and I
get the bird.
Yeah, absolutely. and all the work is done. It's beautiful.
You're talking hunting. I'm going to talk about, I think we can joke about it. One of our other members of the Crusader Sports Network, he likes to do his deer hunting with his vehicles.
Oh. I don't think his mother would joke about that.
Yeah, probably not.
I hope I didn't just make somebody mad.
Oh,
no.
T-Money. 24 points for Jack tonight, our player of the game, and we'll see you again on Friday. Max sweeps Pratt tonight in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. Guys final 59-25. The girls won over Pratt 74-20. So it'll be Buhler and McPherson on the boys' side in the sub-state final Friday night here in the Fieldhouse at 7 o'clock. Remember, Buhler lost that heartbreaker by 1 in McPherson back earlier in the year. The McPherson girls will also play for a sub-state title on Saturday, and they will await the winner of Nickerson and Ulysses. Those two play at 6 o'clock tomorrow night in Nickerson. And our Scott Hogan will have the coverage of that game here for you on 95.9 HKFM. Reminder, continuing coverage the rest of this week of our Next Tech Wireless Road to a Championship presented by the Rise Up Reno Prevention Network. You can find schedules, scores, and more online at adastraradio.com. And I do like to do some hunting for bullpups.
Oh, there we go. Well, I tell you, it's going to be awesome.
I got him to smile.
Hey, well,
oh, my goodness.
Oh, I'm glad he can see on TV. If you can get him to smile, then you know you did good.
It's a golden moment. Where's Lauren Specht when we need her? All right, yes, Buhler and McPherson for the final time on I have no idea what's happening here now. On final time this season on Friday. We'll be on it to 6:30 with our Midway Motors drive to the game. Thanks to our camera crew tonight, Team Money. And Heinze, good job, guys. Carson, Chris, we'll see you Friday.
Yes, it's going to be fun.
In the field house. Here in West, you've been listening to Crusader Basketball here on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hutch are proud supporters of high school sports. And of course, we are proud to support our community any way we can. Good luck to all of our athletes this season. We hope you have a fun and memorable and most of all, healthy season. Be safe. Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the giant corner of Lorraine